Guys, this is Sleek's Boy once again, and this time I'm going to do a little much more different. I'm doing a video for the WWE Elimination Chamber, and here are my predictions. But alright, so let's get to it. Here's my predictions for the matches, and I'm not going to go in depth, maybe a little bit, but just not a lot, just a little bit. Alright, so matches we have is Cesaro and Sheamus versus Titus Worldwide brand, which is Apollo Crews and Titus O'Neil. Cesaro and Sheamus, they're going to win this one. Then we have Woken Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt. My money is on Woken Matt Hardy. He's going to win. He's going to delete him. Not just beat him, but delete him. Then we have Asuka versus Nia Jax. Asuka's gonna win this one, no doubt. Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Mandy Rose, Mickie James, Sasha Banks, Sonya Deville. They're all competing in the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber match, which is pretty great, considering that when I was growing up watching a lot of the females fight they were good. There were good matches, but I don't know. They're a little sleazy. Even like the whole bra and panties matches. I thought I loved those, but they were pretty sleazy. But yeah, my money's gonna be on Alexa Bliss, and I'm sure it's either gonna be her versus Asuka, and then, or even better, it's gonna be her versus Ronda Rousey, assuming that Asuka decides to challenge Charlotte. Let's see. So next, and then the main event also involves Braun Strowman, Elias, Finn Balor, John Cena, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and The Miz. My Roman Reigns is gonna win this one. Just watch. Roman Reigns is gonna win. It's gonna beat everyone, and then we'll have Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns round 2 for WrestleMania as the main event. And then we have the pre-elimination match with Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus the Miztourage. My money goes on Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. So that's my quick review and my predictions. I will later go on and maybe do a review and be like, oh, I was wrong about that, or I was right. I don't know, it depends. Hello guys, Sleazeball here again. So I just got done with watching the WWE Elimination Chamber, and as I predicted, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson won. The Bar won. Alexis Bliss won, which was odd that they opened up the show, but the women's elimination chamber match was pretty good. I loved it. Let's see. Woken Matt Hardy beat Bray Wyatt. That was pretty entertaining as well. And then we had the main event, the elimination chamber match, and that was okay. As I predicted, they had Roman Reigns win, which, come on, that was a no-brainer that he was going to win. Because if you look at the past WrestleMania, he's just been main eventing. First Brock, but we all know how that went with Seth Rollins stealing the show. But then he went up against Triple H. Triple H couldn't stop him. The Undertaker, he could not stop him. And now we're going to get Brock Lesnar, which I'm more than likely sure Reigns is going to win. Which, if it were to me, I'd have Finn Balor beat Brock Lesnar. Maybe, I don't know. But anyways, it's going to be Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, round 2. And Asuka defeating none other but Nia Jax. So yeah. Story time. So today we are not going to be reading from The Dreams in the Witch House by H.P. Lovecraft, even though I think I'd be
much more happier in that place than well. So here is the story about how I watched WrestleMania last June. All right, so we realized, oh hey, WrestleMania is a few days away, and so there were 3 people in my company that actually liked the WWE, and we just got sucked, but we were just ready in time to go watch WrestleMania on TV. Originally, we were planning to go to this one building that had access to the internet and all that, and so we're getting ready. We got all our work done, but then we got news that, oh hey, you guys can't go anywhere. There's a storm. There's a tornado warning. You guys are all staying here in the in this building. You are not allowed to go anywhere. So then it sucked, but we're stuck there with nothing, and we're missing WrestleMania. So and it's me and 2 other guys. Our company that we had all hated wrestling with WWE and did nothing but mocked us and telling us it's fake and all that. It's like, no duh. I know it's scripted and all, but come on. But come on, that doesn't mean you can enjoy watching it. So, alright, so we're stuck here in the building. And there's a huge storm going outside, destroying our place, all around us. And so finally, one of the guys, I'm not sure how, but using his phone and with bad internet connection, he manages to log in, and we're suddenly watching WrestleMania, which some of the matches already passed, like the pre-taping between Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin for the Intercontinental Champion, the AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon. Let's see, the Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho. We missed that one. Bayley versus Charlotte, Nia Jax, Sasha Banks. We missed that as well. Triple threat match and a ladder match for the WWE Tag Team Champions. So we're just like, oh yeah, that's cool, yay. And so then the New Day comes in, and we're just like, okay. And then came the big surprise, which me and both of our guys flipped out when we saw the Hardy Boys return. We're just like, oh my goodness, what? That is awesome. Because it was just awesome. And then halfway through the match, we lost connection, and we all flipped out and like freaking like, oh my god, who's gonna win? Which we later find out that the Hardys won. Then we got to John Cena and Nikki Bella versus The Miz and Maurice, and that match felt a little too short. And of course, once again, John Cena being Super Cena, where he gets his butt kicked throughout the most of the time, and then after one tag, he's just miraculously beating their opponents. And then came the wedding proposal, which was I felt it was a little hokey, but as soon as Nikki Bella came out, a lot of the guys suddenly just came in to watch her. Came Seth Rollins versus Triple H with Stephanie McMahon in a no sanctions match, and that was very entertaining, especially when Stephanie McMahon ended up taking the bump, and she fell and landed on the table, breaking it. So that was pretty entertaining. And then came Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt, and despite the fact that Randy Orton won the Royal Rumble, he was not the main event. He was like the fourth card down. But anyways, and the match was pretty okay. Really did love the visuals that Bray Wyatt would use during the match where Randy Orton was lying down and worms would pop out and all that. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Also like the Randy Orton's entrance. So, and a lot of people were mad that Bray Wyatt lost his match, which is like the third time he loses, which, I don't know, I kind of like where this is going. Then we have Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman versus Goldberg, and the two very old guys, two very old men. One not very, one who was very, who doesn't really care much about the business. He's just there to collect the paycheck, and the other Goldberg, who unfortunately his age caught up to him, so there was not a lot. It was just suplex, spear. That was pretty much the whole fight. But the only surprise was the leapfrog during the middle of the match, which we're like, oh, we got surprised, like, whoa, I didn't know we can do that. And it wasn't as bad. It was, for what it was pretty decent. Then we had Naomi fight Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Carmella with James Ellsworth, Mickey James, and Natalia, which was pretty entertaining as well, especially the James Ellsworth fell. That wasn't too bad. I had no problem with that, so I can't remember much about that. And then came the main event. And keep in mind, while we're watching this, we have people in our company that are shouting every second, "It's fake! It's fake!" And, "Oh my god, it's fake!" Or, "UFC is real!" And we're just like, nah. So then comes the main event between Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker, and the match was sloppily executed, which it's kind of weird because one's blaming the other side and the other one's blaming, but it was pretty tense to watch each other to beat the living daylights out of one another. And then came the most depressing moment that I really watched in wrestling, when pretty much the Undertaker was destroyed, literally, with multiple chair shots, spears, and Superman punches. It was just complete destruction, which just went on and on. But then again, I can't really say that it was bad. It wasn't a bad thing in some kind of way, because they wanted to just show that, oh hey, it's the Undertaker. It's the end of his career, and he's taking a beat, and he's taking a huge beating. But it took a lot to finally put him down, which was pretty depressing to watch him finally lose. Which we all figured they're just doing that for Brock versus Roman Reigns Part 2, this upcoming WrestleMania. And so it's kind of funny because me and the other guy and the other two are just like, oh wow, congratulations Roman, you won. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that wasn't that bad of a match. So pretty much it felt like our souls were just gone. It was silly, but I don't know, just kind of hit us. Last year's WrestleMania, with a lot of interruption and a lot of interference and slow and loading and buffer, thanks to the condition that we were in, the weather out there, and the fact that there was barely an internet connection. So hopefully this WrestleMania is not too bad, and hopefully I can enjoy it. So I'm Sleaze Boy, and I'm out.